Good morning and welcome to Morning Mobility. I'm Jenny. If you're doing this exercise class at home, then please make sure you've got some space, a soft surface to lie down on, a mat if you don't have a good carpet. Make sure that if you're doing anything that doesn't feel good, please stop, work at your own pace. There is no obligation to keep up at all. So, we're going to work on our hips today and try and get them moving a bit, and that's going to be great for our knees as well. Let's just sit, knees bent at 90 degrees, opening out at 90 degrees through the hips and flexing the ankles to help protect the knees. Hands behind your backs, and press the knees down towards the floor on this side, lift them up, toes pointing upwards, and press them down to the floor on the other side. And just alternate sides, keeping the back nice and straight and keeping some tension in those hips. Just getting the joints moving, which can be easier said than done at this time of day. Obviously, if you're not doing this in the morning, please ignore the fact that we're recording this live at 6 a.m, 6:30. Let's come forward over the front thigh just a little bit, square off your shoulders, lift your back leg and tap your knee, your heel, knee and heel. Just activating the muscles here in the side glutes. Bring it back down and swap sides. Again, leaning forward, squaring off, lifting the back leg, tapping the knee, the heel. Do notice any differences that you may have one side compared to the other. And that's not necessarily a problem, but we want to work towards balance always. And let's come back to the first side. Okay, forward over the front thigh. Open out the back leg a little bit and rotate the shoulders around so we get a nice stretch through the buttock area. Or as they keep your knee at 90 and flex your ankle to help protect that knee joint. A few deep breaths here. Let's change sides and do the same thing. Open out the back leg so we square off the pelvis, rotating around a little and feeling that stretch through the glute, side hip on that front leg. Alright, let's come back up, bring the knees back into 90. Now you can repeat this movement again, or if you want, bring your hands in front. If you fancy something a little more challenging, it looks like this. Engaging the glutes to come up to kneeling. Harder for me this side. Interesting. So let's control that movement, knees down, engage the glutes to come up, sit back down, and change sides. Now remember, if this is too much, just continue with this one. It's a great hip mobilisation. Just do one more of these on each side. I'm getting a little bit of fatigue here now, which is a good thing. Okay. Bringing the soles of the feet together, holding the ankles into butterfly. So knees tend to pop up a little bit here unless you're super flexible. We're going to engage those outer glutes again and squeeze the knees down. So without using your arms, but by using your muscles, putting some length through the groin and some strength into those glutes or abductors. Just mobilising out. One more. Alright, let's come onto our backs. So don't feel that you have to turn sideways. Hugging the knees in and controlling that movement down nice and steady. Make sure your head's supported, Feet are hip width apart. Connect your little toe, big toe, and heel to the floor. Feel that arch in the foot. Keep the knees aligned centre foot. Just going to lift the tailbone and then lift the lower back. So we press the lower back into the ground, imprint, and then we lift the lower back off the ground and extend the back. Let's press that lower back into the ground and keep lifting up. One vertebra at a time, engaging your glutes, activating those muscles, slowly release down. One vertebra at a time, tailbone down last of all. Let's do that again, lifting up, getting the movement going into the spine and articulating. Fantastic at this time of day. Keeping that connection to the floor. Tailbone lifts, articulate the spine, coming all the way up, and then release down. We're now going to hug both knees into the chest and lift that tailbone. And release down. Let's drop one leg to the floor and just pull the other knee onto the chest. So now we've got our glute on full extension, so you've got a really good stretch there. It probably doesn't feel that hard. Quite often easy to stretch glute maximus. But we're working into the hip. You might feel a little bit of a pinch here. Try and keep that movement there. Just going to let go and hold the knee into the chest. Let's circle the hip. Take the knee down, out wide to the side. Now try and stabilise your pelvis. Foot to foot and knee across the body. There will be a little bit of movement in the pelvis, but we want to engage the core, stabilise the pelvis as we move through that hip joint. Nice and steady. Exhale as it moves away from the body, and inhale as you come across the body. We're going to just reverse that direction now. Really focusing on full range of movement, so engaging the muscles, taking the effort to take that knee wide, to pull that knee in, bring it across the body and release it down. Let's hold the knee into the chest, extend the leg up for hamstring stretch, feel that little shake and release down. So just supporting behind the thigh, but holding the hip on flexion and the glute on extension, you're going to get a better stretch to the hamstring. Engaging through the quads to get that length and feel that little shake. Slide the hands up if that feels good for you. Just relax the ankle and draw the leg in close to the body. Take a few deep breaths here. As your hamstring stretching, it does cross your hip. So we're facilitating that movement, stride length. Bending the knee, toe to knee, and bring the knee across the body. Shoulders stay down here. If you want to use your arm on that bent leg, please do. If it feels more comfortable to keep it away and you've already got a good stretch, that's absolutely fine. It doesn't matter how low this bent leg comes. You're going to feel the stretch where you're tight. May well be your hip, may be the side of your thigh, waist, or shoulder chest. For me, it's my chest. Now you can hold here for a little bit longer, or supporting this bent leg, extend it up and draw the leg up towards your opposite shoulder for a more intense stretch through the hamstring and into the hip. Take a few deep breaths, try and relax. Bending the knee in, come back up so your back's onto the ground, and let the knee drop wide to the side so you've got a relaxed figure four. Just focusing on deep breaths and letting the glutes, the hips, let go to allow that external rotation. Bring the leg down and hug your other knee into your chest. So we're going to pull in a few times. Again, always worth making a mental note of any tightness one side compared to the other. hold that knee as close as we can using our muscles to get that full range of movement. Then we're going to circle the hip, drop the knee wide to the side, bring the foot down to meet the other foot, and then bring the knee across the body. So feeling the tension in the core, feeling how your core activates the stability in your pelvis so you can facilitate maximum movement through that hip joint, which is what we want to work towards, maintaining that great mobility. Let's take the circle the other way, bring the knee across the body. My basset hand wants to come in, out wide to the side, but she's going to jump all over us. Exhale here. Pull the knee into the chest. Bring the knee across the body. And foot goes down here. Bring the knee in. Hug the knee into the chest. And extend the leg up. And release down. Sorry, Winnie Woo. Just talking to the dog. Big straightening out the leg and release. Feeling that activation or the stretch, actually, the little stretch reflex biting through the hamstring. So my mobility is not quite as good on this side of my body. And you may feel the same, maybe more mobile this side or the other side. You tend to do our good side first. Sliding the hands up, draw the leg in and just relax that foot to get that stretch through the back of the thigh. A few deep breaths here, focus on drawing the leg a little bit closer to your body if you can. The knee bends, foot to knee, and bring that bent knee across the body, shoulders staying down. Just as far as feels good for you. You can pop that hand on top of that knee to help increase the range of movement. Notice where you feel the stretch. Is it different this side compared to the other? Hip, waist, or chest? Just relax into that position. And then if you want to support the bent leg so that you can straighten it up and draw it up towards the opposite shoulder for a little bit more hip and hamstring, please do. Release that back through, come up to the centre, cross the leg over, ankle flexed, and just let the knee relax. Focus on letting the muscles let go, so the knee drops towards the ground and we open out through the pelvis. Both knees hug into the chest here, releasing into the lower backs. We're going to just hold those toes and let the knees separate. Little rock side to side again to release the pelvis. The knees hug in and we sit up. Okay, hello. Taking the knees behind you, releasing into the back. So we're sucking in for cow, looking down between our legs, lifting up for cow, sucking in for cats, retracting the shoulder blades, lifting the head and the tail for cow, sucking in for cat, tuck your toes under, press the heels down, lift the hips up, come into down dog. Now, depending on how your hips are feeling, we can modify this. So I'm going to go through this stretch in an easier version first, which you can repeat. Let's come back to kneeling and kneel up. 1 foot steps forward and drop down. So we open out that hip joint. Front knee out over centre foot and above the ankle. Big deep breath in. Looking up to the ceiling, abs braced, palms face front, shoulders squeeze down the backs. Hands behind your back. Release down here. Hands frame your front foot. Open out through the torso. So we're rotating, releasing the back, reaching up, and if you can, press the shoulder down without letting the knee drop too wide. One more time. Pushing up, reach down towards the side of your front leg and reach up and over so you separate the rib from the hip, furthest away from your front leg. Feel the stretch into the side of the hip on the back side. Put the hand on the back side here, bring that top arm across, lift the chest and rotate. And we repeat that through on the other leg. So we're sucking in, tucking the toes under, lifting the hips up for down dog, tailbone high, chest comes down low. Coming forward onto the knees, kneeling up, the other leg steps forward. Knee out over the centre foot, making sure it's above the ankle. Deep breath in, squeeze the backside, brace those abs, reach up high. Palms face front, shoulders squeeze down the back, so we're stretching through the flexors, front of the body, right into that hip flexor. Nice deep breaths here. Come forward, hands framing the front foot. We're reaching up, opening out through the waist, the back, the thoracic spine. Nice big movement. Pressing back again, reaching down towards the front side, leg side and up on the other side, so we separate the rib from the hip. Trying to get this top arm as straight as you can. You'll get a better stretch higher up through the side of the body. Release it out, hand to back side, hand to knee, lift the chest and rotate through. We're just going to progress this, so if you are a little bit more flexible, we can take it to another level, coming up into down dog. Come forward into plank, three-legged dog lifts, pulls, and the leg comes through, back leg stays straight here. Opening out the hip, we reach up and down. Now you can repeat exactly what you've done with the knee down if that is better for you. Last time. Hands frame the foot, step back into down dog, doesn't matter how you get there. Come forward into plank, other leg lifts, pulls for three-legged dog, knee bends. And the foot comes through between the hands. And again, if you want to repeat this with the knee down, try and balance up what you do on each side of the body. If you have that back leg straight, off the floor, or if you have the back knee off the floor, we're going to say you should try and keep that knee straight if possible. More tension in the muscles, more control through the body. Weight comes forward, step back into down dog, heels down, hips up high. Bringing the knees forward here, we're going to kneel up, step the leg wide to the side, pressing the knee out over the centre of the foot, trying to keep the pelvis as square as we can. Keeping that knee aligned. So we're just assisting the glutes with that release and change sides. Toe turns out, knee tends to roll in. We're going to assist the glutes to keep that knee back and out over the centre of the foot as we just lunge to the side and open out through the groin for a slightly more intense stretch. On this next one, do please be a little bit careful. I'm going to come into a frog stretch. So, Knees are wide. Try and keep those knees at 90 degrees and flex the ankles. Coming down onto the elbows if that feels good to support your weight, and just pressing your hips back till you feel that stretch through the inside of your thighs. Release forward. Let the hips drop a little lower if that's good for you. Just easing through, nothing violent. Just feeling that stretch, holding briefly and releasing out. One more time. Hold it there, deep breaths. Bring the weight up into the hands, bring the feet in. Ooh, that's a stretch. And let's come back into that original position. We're going to go for a slightly deeper stretch through the glutes. So let's just come forward over that front thigh, drop the chest down and sweep the shoulders from one side across to the other side, just to vary that position on that stretch. Opening out your back hip and back leg as far as you can to get that maximal stretch into your glutes. Again, I would say keep your ankle flexed and where possible your knee at 90 degrees just to keep it safe on that knee joint. If you want a little bit more again, try and rotate the pelvis around so it's square. You get a little bit of height, you need to support yourself on your hands. But this is up to you. You get a slightly deeper stretch again, come forward, just vary that position. I'm going to bring the back leg around and over. So we're in cross-legged or lotus position if you prefer. Elbow comes up here on the same side as the back leg. Reach up, forward on the diagonal, keeping your sit bones down and around. Hold it briefly here. Slowly uncurl. And let's change sides. Opening out on the glute on this side of the body. Ankle flexed, knee at 90 degrees. Just come forward over that front thigh. Drop down and then we're going to sweep the shoulders across. Bring this shoulder down, same side as the front leg. And across on the other side. And again, we're always aware of any differences, any changes that we might see one side compared to the other. Just work towards balance. Taking note, often your tight side will be your weak side. They tend to go hand in hand. It's certainly true for me. Coming up here. And if you want to rotate your pelvis around, level off your pelvis, the front knee tends to come off the floor and then you've got your body weight to help. Just open out into that glute. What you do is support the weight on your hands, bringing the back leg round, over in front of you, and then same arm as back leg, keeping sit bones down, elbows lift up high, arm straightens out, really separating out those ribs, coming forward, stretching into the lower back, all the way around, slowly uncurl up. Thank you very much. I hope your hips will be moving a little bit better today after doing that. Any questions, of course, as ever, please contact me, Jenny, at Fitbox. Contact details on all media. Many thanks.